Well, well, well. If you ain't fading, you ain't trading. That's what my man Dennis said today, and I felt it. I saw it. We were fading, buying selling the rips, buying the dips. Definitely happening today. I think Dennis was dead right when he was thinking that potentially they'd be buying the dip because every dip I saw today got bought. Now we're having another one towards the close. What will happen here? And like always, let's talk about what is making moves. If you guys got a stock that's making a big move, let us know. And Bitcoin, 19,000? Ooh, I know those crypto fans are coming out of the woodworks. We're going to find out. Is this the next run in Bitcoin? Let's talk about it.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
What's going on, team? Buy Mitch's futures. Well, I'm going to need something.
We're not too far from where we were at before the number was released, and good job covering that, Mitch. Let's just break it down. Couldn't take out the pre-market high. You know how I love to see follow through the pre-market levels. Well, no trade on that today. The high 2150. On the downside, they couldn't take out the pre-market low. They missed it by 3.25 handles, and they got a rally. Now the battle for 4,000 rages on. Not 3 for what's his name, Hamlin, but 4 for 4,000. The buck. What happened here? I just did
We
that with
lost
my
them. We
mouse.
lost them.
No, I
No
know.
worries. You fix them up. You let me know when you got them fixed. No
I
worries. I'll talk. I can do that, like always.
I just
But definitely one thing that I'll say that caught me by surprise today was just the short out volatility also that we kept seeing when we kept going towards that topping action. We'll take a look at that right now as Joel's fixing up his charts.
yeah,
But man, I know
I
that you
fixed it.
guys were like me. Even at that like 130, I was surprised. I didn't get the classic Joel asking me, what happened at 130? 130. It was a
Oh,
tough
I
one.
did it. I did it. It just failed. It failed up here. Here's your
Yeah, it just
pre-market
failed.
high. We just failed a couple different times there. But let's run it down. The buck is getting smoked, down 88.8 cents after 2 quiet days, probably heading for par. The bonds up 1.75, 130, 25, 32nd. Crude trying to get to 80, but can't. Up 80 cents at 78.21. Gold knocking on the door, 19,000, up 20.80 at 18.98, 99.70. Silver trying to get over 24, but it can't. Up 45 cents at 23.93. And don't look now, Bitcoin bulls. We're back over 18. We're back over 19. Could we be going to 20,000? Finally, you know what? One thing we used to say in the Bright office is don't sell a sleeping market. That was a sleeping market. Consolidated ranges and the Bitcoin bulls win today. So the future's over 19,000 here. Battle for 4,000. Rages on. Mitch, take it away.
All right, let's keep going. We're going to go into some of the leaders that did well today. Then we'll go into maybe a bad story, but like on a day like today, shaking off a lot of it. Let's go to TSM, of course, as that was one of the strengths on the day. And there was a lot of stocks that went down really hard at the open. This one was actually not one of those. It did pull back after a little bit, but it really wasn't that much of a pull down. TSM staying strong.
Yes, and the Warren breakout here, right? We had talked about this
Yeah.
8350. I tweeted about it. It never even kissed it during the regular session. Breaking out on the monthlies now, so way above 8350. So that's a hold, even though the guidance wasn't so good. Nothing there. I have nothing there for you. I'll just give you the daily high. The daily high comes in at 88, 83. What do the monthlies tell me? The monthlies tell me absolutely nothing until you get to 91.94. But let's take it one step at a time and take out that 88.83 tomorrow.
All right, let's keep going. We'll go into the next headline. Let's actually go to the airlines. That was one that I think sometimes you hear headlines hit the tape, right? And you think to yourself, well, this has to take them down. Well, clearly, nothing has to take anything down, because even like a bad news like yesterday, where flights were not even being able to lift off the ground, American Airlines climbed that wall of worry really quickly, continuing today to 1682,
What a
giving
move.
us the reported guidance. Things are looking better in the airlines.
Yeah, and we talked about this yesterday. I don't even know what the percentage gain is from the year. I don't know what to tell you, folks. You're still pressing highs of the session. 1685 currently trade is the high. 1678, big old volume. That was some big old guidance there, right? And where you going to? Who knows with this one? Your next monthly high. That's the only thing I could give you is 1810. But maybe New York stock. No, it's not. It's a Nasdaq stock. Maybe like I'm selling this when it gets to 17. I don't know if there's any size there, but moving up, just great guidance. Took flight with Delta Airlines too. Man, oh man, this is just like they're just like taking off and just going straight up. UAL, boom. I mean, 38 to 51. I don't know what to tell you guys. I did tell you when I traveled last month. When I talked to the young lady at Delta Airlines, she said that they were hiring between mechanics and pilots and stewardesses. They were hiring 6,000 people. And everyone, I know a couple people in the chat snickered at it, but people are flying. People are out. People are going. People are traveling. Are they going on cruise lines? They're going on cruise lines. Look at that move from 8 to over 10. Let's look at RCL. I probably go to these same stocks every time. Blew through 60 like it was standing still. NCH, a little bit of a laggard. Let's see. That's having a good day too. So there you go, man. That the travel stocks. What about BKNG? We never talk about that stock.
It just got an upgrade,
It
and
did?
Expedia just had gotten an upgrade, and one of the I forgot the bank. I'm going to look it up right now for us for BKNG with Booking and Expedia, and they're definitely getting the lift. They picked as Booking as one of the best picks. Reason why is that it's kind of like a value pick there. The forward outlook there is 18, but they're pretty good on their earnings there.
That's not
compared to
bad.
Yeah, it's not
That's
too bad. It's not too bad. And let me see if I can find the bank that did this. I know Tigris held our guy Ivan Feinstein held that one. I'll find you the note. It was a little bit bigger, so I don't have it right now on Pro. But definitely going to look for Booking, Expedia. You saw those getting the lift right now. So
what's
doesn't
that
look like a
little
bad
one
day.
you liked? You always like that little one.
Oh, was it the travel? It's a Trivago. Trivago?
Yeah, TRVG.
TRVG. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that
baby
little
boy though.
pig. Oh, look at that!
That's
Woo,
a baby boy. It's
woo!
coming back.
It's coming back. Look at Florida. Is Florida offender years? Because he knew that Trivago
It's
right
because he's a
away.
Florida guy, man. You know,
Is
I'm a
he?
Florida guy. He knows me. He knows me. He knows how
What
we are. The
about old
Florida
Dennis's
guys.
value trade in Baxter? A little bit less value today.
If you liked it
Pfizer.
then, you like it now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Did I ever tell you my story when I was trading on the oldie desk and these guys, I mean, would get in some big positions and it would be going against them, and I was kind of like the guy that like said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna bankrupt the company," and I always knew when a guy was in trouble. Let's say stock XYZ was at 50,
Yeah.
and he was long, I don't even know what size positions we had. Definitely not this kind of size that you would trade now. And the stock would be traded like 46, 47. And I'd be like, hey, hey, trader, hey, what do you think? He goes, I like it here. And I'm like, you liked it at 50. You liked it at 49. It's at 46. So Dangerous words. I like it here, and then it goes
Yeah.
down. You like it here. You better like it even more. But there's a lot. Everyone's saying about this Kroger deal. I don't have any news on this. Are you seeing any news on the wires on this ACI? It's not moving. It's up 8 cents. You
I'm
hearing
not seeing
anything?
I'm not seeing
No.
anything hit right now. And I mean, if I go to Kroger, I don't see like fast action or something like
Yeah.
that, like where fast trading's taking over. We talk about that often, right? Like if it was kind of the Kroger deal done, then you'd probably see some fast trading going on there, right? A lot of algo action. That's not what I'm seeing
Yeah.
right now.
I don't see no algos. You're correct
Yeah,
on that.
it's not moving. And that just tells us enough. If it was some news related, right, the algos will grab it and drive it up or grab it and drive it down. Well, we're not seeing that right now. So we'll keep moving. We'll go to the disaster of today, Logitech. Let's take a look at that. How's that trading after, of course, really bad in their guidance? Also looking forward. This just went sideways. I think it's just kind of one of those that
Mhm.
if it can't come back on a day like today, well, I don't want to see it on an ugly day in the market.
Also, you had this one trading overseas, so they priced everything in. We did have someone on pre-market prep plus that was trying to buy the dip in it. I said you got to lean on the pre-market low. Never did take out the pre-market low. Not much, not much of a move there, but yeah. But that's not the real disaster of the day.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
the oh,
drug stock.
yeah. It's what is the ticker again? I keep dropping
Oh,
this one. I'm not into the biotechs. That's what happens to
it's
me a
just
lot
it's
of the
just an
times.
ugly chart. It's fun to look at.
Oh yeah, it just goes to show us when we're going into biotechs, you gotta
ORMP.
know
Yeah.
ORMP. There you go. And so you gotta know exactly when the trials are supposed to come up, right? And when we get to phase three, a lot of
Mm.
the times this is going to be where it's the go or no go, right? Either success and the company's going to do a lot better, or it's just going to be failure. And at that point, you're already to the phase three. Now you got to go back, right? You got to go back to doing some studies to get this even back up there towards that phase three. You don't want to get caught. That costs a lot of money, right?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And
I don't
boom.
know. Someone got the memo earlier in the week. This thing started out at $13, got pounded on Monday, got pounded on Tuesday. A little bit of a reprieve, or it looks like, yeah, a little bit of a reprieve on Wednesday. Thursday. Well, no, this is Thursday, so I'm a little off on my days. But you had 3 down days, a little reprieve, and then flush. And then you know what? It ain't bouncing. So I don't know what their cash position is. I mean, you strike out in phase three, you burned a lot of cash to get there. But that's your disaster stock of the day.
All right, let's keep going. We'll take a look at the S&P 500 and see what led the day. And if you actually take a look at that, let's do from the open because I like looking from the open. You can see, of course, airlines leading, cruise lines leading. I know this sounds intense, right? You don't see that too often. There's another stock that showed up here that was really strong. That was one of my top plays today. A little upset. I missed it by 5 cents on the entry. Slumber J.
The
Slumber
Slumberger?
J. The
Yeah.
Slumberger. I was looking at oil today. It had a hell of a day.
Ooh.
Energy leading us up today, 1.66. And that SLB, 5640 40s I had out there and went back towards that. And it went to 5641. Didn't get me. And then it went right back up.
Oh man, that must have been after the low was made at 56.18
Yeah.
because
After
I
we
s-
recovered there, what gave me this was that XOM was staying strong on
that's
that
what's
downturn.
I know. I know. All these, yep, there you are, creeping up, took back half of the move. Finally cleared out the mound of sellers here at 112 and got a little boost there. Let's see CVX participating. See, CVX adds up 224. Looks like you got room to 180 there, CVX. How's Warren doing? Oxy, that's up a buck 73. That still hasn't taken out the high from earlier in the week, that high that you need to take out from Monday, 66.59, 66.48 the high, and backed off a buck. So 3 star goes to 66.50. on the final session of the week. Fubo, what? Fubo had to rally, right? Mitch, Fubo, come on. If they're picking up they're at Fubo.
Who
It's
let their dogs out?
there's a little bit of a
who
move
let
there.
their dogs out?
Yeah.
Fubo getting a little lift. I mean, if the dogs are gonna come barking, the dogs are gonna come barking, right? Well, Fubo, Lucid, those type of plays, right? Why not see those get? I haven't even taken a look at Lucid today, and I could expect to see some.
Look at that! What a rally! That's having a great year so far. And what else was there when I'm thinking of these pigs, of pig stocks? Oh, what about is Virgin Galactic still around?
Oh no, that one's not doing that well. It turned around though from the bottom. It actually went down before this and then came right back up.
Woo!
It's
Look at
doing
that
well
rally!
for the year.
Oh!
This one fought some England news where they couldn't get the rocket up for the satellite. I
Oh,
saw
that's
something
right.
like that. And so you remember that was a part of this. But look, it's coming up now. The rocket's coming.
Man, look at that baby. Oh man, well, it's having a great year so far. I'm going to be really interested to see these stocks at the end of earnings season. I mean, these are not 1 day, 2 day, week. These not monthly. These are like yearly moves for these stocks, right? Man, combing the ditches. Oh, it makes me nervous. Yeah, Dash for Trash is on here. S&Ps. Now, we're losing a little steam here. I've always liked to see a higher close today, right? Now, 39.90 was the close. Spent a lot of time over 4K. I think what's coming into the market now is just like, well, the Bears. The Bears still have one leg to lean on. Mitch and Dennis still have one leg to lean on, and that will be earnings. Right? We're all expecting earnings to come down. Now, it might not start with JP Morgan, right? Because JP Morgan, Bank of America, banks benefit from higher rates, and rates are still going in that direction. So that might not be your early indication. Delta is going to have a lot baked into it because of what American Airlines did today. But yeah, we're getting a start. Does UNH report tomorrow? Easy Mike is asking.
Correct.
It
Easy
does?
Mike. It does report tomorrow, an important stock to watch, right? Because we've been seeing the turnaround that has been led by stocks like you could look at Cigna that were really strong, pulled back, right? We'll see what happens to these stocks, right? ELV is another one you guys can be watching in this space. Healthcare plans overall, when they started turning around, they all started pulling back. We'll see if UNH can bring them back, right? There is some kind of bottoming action there. I would really like to see it get back above that 500, start clearing, especially that Thursday 5th kind of high. You got 502.09. If we can get back there, then yeah, maybe we can start climbing back this recent decline. But for any reason, if we see it below like that 480, well, then you already know a lot of these stocks will probably keep getting the hit.
Okay. S&P still holding green, up 4 handles at 49.94.
The interesting one for me, Goldman Sachs in the last couple of days really taking off. And this one is one that likes to run into their earnings. So there you see it. That was a nice one.
That was
I remember when we were seeing that
340s,
340s just stood out so well. If we could just hold that, man, that 10th, that day where we pulled back the 30, 50, 50, that was a pretty one right there.
There was some good news on that, wasn't there? I don't know if someone upgraded it or
is Morgan Stanley following.
It's something you could check the pro. I think there was some decent news on that earlier in the week, and we said, yeah, it's got room to 350. Well, where's
that's
at?
when they did the cut to their jobs, right? That
the old job cut. Yeah,
just fired people, and you.
I forgot to get rid of you and Dennis. I'll definitely have to do that. Mitch,
PreMarket Prep going up.
Mitch, can you see me after the close? All right.
I'll see you there, Joel.
See me in my office. Did you ever have to stay after school?
I don't know
Mitch?
who's running StreamYard after that, but
did you ever have to stay after school? Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't too much of a detention person. I got my case of referrals every now and then, but I didn't get too much detentions. Let's just say if I got in trouble, It might have been big time, Joel. That's how I grew up.
You want to hear just a quick funny story? My
What
kids are
happened?
so good. Dana, when she was in middle school, like she used to like talk with her friends, and the teacher was like, Dana and so, see me after class, right? You guys got detention. So Dana's all upset, she's like, saying, oh, I got in trouble. Okay. So she goes to detention, and the teacher didn't even show up.
For the teacher forgot about the tension.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, how I digress. The battle for 4,000 rages on with 10 minutes to go.
Well, we'll see what happens. Did we just top around the 200-day moving average? That's what a lot of technical analysts were talking about today. That's 397.52.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
just
Is
to kind
that's
of
in
put it into
S&P
perspective.
cash? You're cashing
Yep.
me. You're cashing me, right?
Yep, cashing
Okay.
you for sure.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's the 200-day moving average. We haven't spent many times where we actually go above that and hold. There's only been technically
Mm,
maybe one day every time, and then we come right back below it. And so that's one area that I know that a lot of kind of
That's a big
technical
one.
analysts are
Yeah.
watching, because a lot of people just signify the 200 like bull or bear. If I see us get to 410 and beyond, that's where we start breaking the trend. The long-term trend on the SPY starts being broken, and then we'd get right back through those highs, of course. And I'll just kind of just show you really quickly on the cash, right? This area, right? We've gone up here before. We went up there on the 1st of December. We were up there on the 13th of December, 410.49. If we can get right back through
It's a
that
big
level,
number. Yep.
oh yeah. I will even have to flip to just straight bullish. Like there's no way for me to be bearish after we get through that 410. So we'll have to wait and see if we can actually hold up here. That's what we want, right? At least what I would want is even maybe some sideways consolidation up here. Create what you got down here, up here, and then look for that next good news to drive us a little higher if you're a bull, right? I mean, not a bad way to look at it.
Doubles.
The Bulls. We'll see what happens there. Let's get back to the action. BX, big move from December, says Florida. That was one that we took a look at, right?
Yeah, and it's funny because I remember the news on this, right? And if
People were
you're
running.
They were headed for the hills because they tried some redemptions, right? They're
Yep.
like, no, wait till next month. And like, everyone, and then dead low. Even if you weren't trying to pick a bottom when it broke above 75, it had a nice move. Not seeing much resistance here on the dailies. So once again, this stock is heavy. We should just. I wish I had something that could just like give me the percentage for the year like up like right away, right? Just because I mean these aren't 5 and these aren't 10 and these aren't 15. These are like 20. These are 30, like AAL. Let's do the math on this one. Okay.
I
Let's
could do
get our
that for you.
calculators out. Do you have something on your fancy thing to be able to do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I do have it actually.
Yeah.
It just gives us like year. Let me just put it up here. It's going to be a little confusing, but I got you guys.
It's a
Why not?
40%, 39% for the year.
Yep. 30. I have for the year 32.23. And then I do that right here on the right-hand side. So this one actually gives me year to year on each stock, like in the S&P 500. I'll pull it to the left so that we kind of ignore all that. See AAL up 32%. Warner Brother taking lead in the S&P 500, 38.5.
I mean, what do you want? What do you want from these stocks? I don't know, man.
CCL up 27. GE 20.4.
Woo-hoo!
GE, Paramount, Win Resort up about 20%. First Solar, Copper's been strong. Even a steel stock like Nucor up about 17.8%. Expedia showing up on here.
You know what I got? I got in one of my portfolio's
What do
Steel
you got?
Dynamics.
Steel Dynamics.
I've
There
had
you
that
go.
for a while. Yeah,
That's been strong.
Yeah,
That's been strong.
And that I don't know when that's in. I'll have to check. This is a pig. This infrastructure thing. I don't know where the heck I bought that, but I'm sure not doing very good on it. How's my old buddy? How's X?
X is not doing too bad. It's kind of playing a little bit of catch up. I think that
Okay.
literally, if you see like Cleveland Cliff was kind of one that started this movement, then you saw like Nucor start taking control, Steel Dynamics, some of the other players playing catch up.
Okay.
So definitely look for X to kind of play catch up towards that Nucor.
Oh yeah, it's Stitch Fix, where I get all my clothes from. Wow. Look at Stitch Fix. The Stitch
Man,
Fix.
even
I
if
mean,
that's gonna move up, man. I remember you guys used to talk about that one often. It doesn't get talked about often anymore.
guys, when I try and buy the same stuff I bought like 5, 10 years ago. If it wears out, I try at least it gets so. I'm still looking for a pair of sandals that I bought in Charleston in 1998. I finally blew.
Uh,
I
I
take him
love it.
into the shoe
Love it.
guy, and he's like, "You want the soles done on this again? Why don't you go and buy a new pair?" And I'm like, "You know what? You know what kind of sandals they were? They were they had Nike soles, okay, and they were Kohan leather
Mm.
with Nike soles. I mean, I could run like a 10,440 in those things. I mean, man, I miss those things, but I'm still looking for them. Anybody, let me know if you see them on eBay or something. All right, let's move up here. We got 4 minutes left. You want to do some ticker time? Redfin. Oh, I bet you that's up like 38.9%.
Yeah, or maybe the open, right? Open
EKS
door.
says same thing. I buy two pair. I usually buy I buy two pairs. I buy black and browns, and then I'm set. Then I have to worry. Lisa always teases me about that. Redfin, what about open door? That's probably up like 39, 40%, right?
It's playing
Open.
catch up, right? To
Let's
the
see.
Zillow. Did the
It
Zillow
was a
do a day
Zillow.
3? Did it do day 3? Oh, it did day 4. It said, yeah, we'll keep going.
Oh
Still
boy.
low.
Hey, how about did we do much on KB Homes today? Did we go through that report?
I don't even know if we got to it, tell you the truth. It was kind of the sleepy one. It didn't do too much, at least in the intraday. It did climb the worry from some of the earnings. It was a miss, right? They missed on that. They missed and missed on the EPS. It missed
Mm-hmm.
by about 40 cents on the EPS and about 4 cents or 400 million on the sales. So it wasn't too far off there. They did, though, see an average selling price of these homes. You ready for this, Joel? Hold on to your chair. $490,000 to $500,000. I'll tell you right now, I'm still in the camp of trying to buy houses under 300,000. I am a cheapskate when it comes to houses. I'll tell you right now, I
Tough
ain't buying
market,
no
man.
house. I ain't buying no house for 500,000.
Hey, hey, Moot, come to the Motor City. I'll hook you up with some places on 8 Mile, man. You'll get a real good deal.
That's
You
about it.
you can buy a neighborhood for 400,000. Hang out with Eminem. S&Ps don't want to be denied here. Back over 4,000, a psychological level, if anything, up 1375. Buy imbalances square off a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see going into the close. The Bulls, they're not giving up going into Friday. See if JP Morgan goes and pulls the rug out from everybody.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
expect too
think they're
much.
going to.
Yeah, I don't expect too much negative tomorrow, at least from the ones that are reporting. If anything, maybe playing catch up with some of the banks, right? City closing strong
Oh,
as
City. When's the last
the
time we
last
looked
couple
at
of
that
days.
chart?
Yeah, Citigroup strong, strong.
Yep, yep, yep. BAC got to a bigger level today again. Couldn't bust the door down. We gave you that this morning. 34.76 was a high. You had another high. It was a little bit lower than that. 34.87 got through that. That did that 35 sellers stepping down, just hitting everything over 34.80.
Well, I don't have to worry too much if I work from 8 Mile. I work from home, Joel. Just might not be able to leave my home, or might have to put some bars on my fence. But Mom's spaghetti will get me through it. It's all good, team. Like
I
always,
make some. I make some really good pasta. When you come and visit next time, I'll make my
gotta have that spaghetti. Spaghetti.
meatless sauce. It's called Irish spaghetti. All right, looks like we're gonna wrap things up here. In the green, right, and
Yeah.
over 4,000. Buy the dip. Prevails, and we'll see what happens with the numbers tomorrow.
Yep, definitely. And I think we'll get some like jobs numbers tomorrow. Let's see what's on the dock for economics. I know there was some kind of data coming in
Yeah, I don't think
tomorrow.
anything. Yeah, yeah. It's all gonna be J.P. Morgan, Delta. They got a lot baked into it. They better have a good earnings report. And that's it for today, folks. Thanks for joining us, Mitch. It was fun. Good job on the number today. We didn't talk over each other a lot or lose connections, which we often do on.
And I think you and I both, we were stunned with that first algo move down. We were like, no, doesn't make sense. And then you heard Dennis in the background. He was like, hell no, this doesn't make sense. The buy the dipper is probably coming in here as we speak. Looks like my man Dennis was all over it. That's what it's all about, right? I always love having different types of traders. The things that Joel sees, sometimes I won't see it. The things that Dennis sees, sometimes Joel and I, even while we're watching the tape, are not seeing the same things. That's why we have multiple personalities on the show. And that's why you guys in the chat, it's always good to hear from you guys. You guys definitely help us sometimes, definitely find different plays, something that we might not even be catching. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, Joel. Have a good one, team. Stop the clock. It's time to wrap up the day. What's the secret to the pasta? It's be there to pre-market prep tomorrow. You got to get the sauce. It's all about the sauce. All right, team, just give me a quick second. Just want to go ahead and make sure that we don't have some cannabis insider. I'm going to switch you guys over, make sure that that's set up for you guys. As we get you guys over to compliant cannabis, understanding the rules of the cannabis game. Don't miss it. Coming up right